Alright guys, so this video is quickly going to be about if you have just signed up into TelexFREE as a promoter, as an affiliate, basically now registering your own business inside of TelexFREE, and you have not chosen to use the credit card system but are obviously going to do it through a bank transfer or bank wire if you're an international client or business person, or if you basically just using this to start up a new package and you want to use money from an already existing account that you have and you want to pay for this new package that you now have. So what you need to do is obviously log into this account. So let's just log in here. Alright, one thing you just want to take note is that I'm logging in as a promoter. You are a promoter. Alright, customers are for people who have actually purchased the $50 software package that basically gives them access to the software to download it and use it, which is what TelexFREE is about. Alright, so if you want to log in, if you are a customer as well, which we will cover later in training anyway, you should, when you log in there, just simply click on client. So for this purpose, since you are still signing up, you need to make sure that it needs to be on promoter. You put in the captcha code, make sure that everything is entered correctly, and then simply just click on access and let's go in. Alright, so as you can see, we are now logged in the back office. All that we need to do is now we want to literally pay for this. So what we want to do is, I'm just going to move this over a little bit here so you can see all of these things. Basically what you can see is TelexFREE always has some updates here, and make sure that you keep an eye on that. This is basically just what the back office looks like. You can go to these tabs, which is basically the same as you will find here at the top. But for what we want to do now is click on invoice. Alright, we'll click on invoice. And as you can see, here's the actual package, or the one that we've registered. Remember, we registered with a $50 amount, alright, which was for the plain promoter level, basically the startup fee, and then obviously the $289, which is the Ad Central fee. Alright, basically that together is $339, and as you can see, it tells you, oh, you can't see, let me just move this over for you so you can see. Here you'll be able to see that it says pending, and that means that obviously we now need to pay for this actual package. There's an invoice number, alright? That is what we need. So what we want to do is we want to pay for this. Now what you can do is obviously just use the details below this video, which is the bank. If you're going to do a bank transfer or bank wire, below this video is a PDF which you can download with the banking details. Simply use that banking details and go to Bank of America or Citibank if you're inside the US, and go and deposit money into that bank account there, and bringing back the deposit slip, because you need to scan that in and email it to TelexFREE so that they can approve or basically activate your account. Okay, if you are going to pay with actual money that you have made in this business in another account, you can simply just take this invoice number. Alright, so we'll copy that. Okay, and then what you want to do is you want to go log in to the other account that you have in this business, and basically go log in there and pay for this particular invoice with the money that you have available in another account. So that is exactly what we'll do now. So let's just simply do that. Let's log out of here, and then let's log into another account, put in the captcha code. So what we want to do now, since we have logged into this account and you want to pay the invoice that we've copied from the other account, we are simply going to go into statement. As you can see, the drop down menu there, and where it says pay bills, it's now going to ask me to obviously enter a secondary password, as you can see. Alright, if you don't have the secondary password of this particular account yet, you can simply click on here on this purple part where it says do not have a second password. Just follow the steps there and you'll get the password that you need to put in here. So I'm just simply going to enter the password in here, and then we're going to log in. So as you can see, we are now in the section. Alright, remember statement and then pay bills. It'll open up here, it'll open up on your history, but you can simply just see that pay bills is now selected. All we want to do is we want to now take that invoice and paste it in here. Alright, we want to make sure that there's no spaces in front of these letters or at the back. So just make sure that there's nothing, that the cursor can't move to the left and that side, oops, nearly take the 0 there away, and then simply let's click on next step. It'll now show us who this actual invoice belongs to. Alright, it's going to tell you, alright, there's the invoice code, there's the login or the username to whom that invoice belongs, alright, and the name of that person, and the actual package that or the purchase that needs to be paid, the amount that needs to be paid. Alright, so that is correct, and that's what we want to do. Now we scroll down a little bit, we put in that secondary password again. Alright, and you simply hit payment confirmation. As you can see, just make sure that box is selected, click on payment confirmation. It once again asks you to make sure we click on that OK, and requested payment was successful, as you can see. Alright, so when that thing loads, it'll tell you here in this account where you've got money, and that obviously you have now paid that amount, and you have paid that invoice number here, which was the other account. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to log out of this account quickly and jump back into the other account, just so we can show you what happens now on the inside of that. Especially if you're in a hurry like myself, who wants to go and get into the surf just outside the door. Anyway, so what we want to do now is, now the first thing, since we are in, we will go back to invoice. Alright, we'll click on invoice, just so you can see, and now you can see that that has been paid. There it says green, yellow, or green tick mark, which says paid. Alright, so that invoice is now paid, so that means that this account is now active. Alright, what that means is that immediately, as soon as you have paid either by bank deposit, alright, and you have uploaded the actual, if you did it by a bank deposit or transfer, and you have uploaded the deposit slip, and you must keep an eye on your account to come and see under the invoice tab of that particular account when this thing says paid. As soon as it says paid, you need to start placing your ads on a daily basis. Alright, so if you pay with a credit card, that means as soon as you have done the credit card payment, your account will be activated, and you need to start placing ads immediately that very same day. Alright, otherwise you lose a whole week's income, which is either $20, in this case, in this account, $20 for the week, or $100 if you have purchased the Family Ad Central package. Alright, the same thing goes for if you do a wire. If you do a wire, it's basically the same as a deposit. Alright, immediately after you have done that, just upload or scan and upload your deposit slip, send it into the company, and basically check your account consistently to see when they actually activate your account, and then start placing the ads. In the videos below, you'll see that there's a video that shows you exactly how to start placing the ads. In training, obviously, as soon as you are in here, you need to contact your sponsor, and he'll give you a link to access training, where basically all of our training for this back office is in. Remember that we do run weekly and daily webinars, which will also cover some training and some new things happening in the company all of the time. It is your business, stay updated. So as soon as you have paid, start placing ads. Alright, that's just the way it works. So what we need to do in this particular account, we will start placing ads, but I'll show you in another video how to get that done. So move on to the next video, and I'll see you there.